Hello everyone, and welcome back to episode 2 of Project Phase. Today we are going to be going to the mines. We're going to be looking for iron and diamonds. But before I do anything of that, today this video is a little bit different. I'm going to be playing two versions, 1.1 and 1.2. Both versions don't have anything significant in them, so I'm just going to merge them together and play for 2 hours for this episode. So let's get into the first part of the video, which is 1.1. So right here I decided to go down and grab some water, because when you go mining you always want water for certain situations. After I got the water, I found a little cave opening next to the water I live by, and decided I'm gonna go mining a little bit and try to find some diamonds. And that's what I did. So start the mining montage. Now, as I was mining, I found a spawner, which I don't even know how I found one, because those should be pretty rare. But I did find one, killed some of the skeletons, and looted some of the chests to see how good the loot was. Then I got back to mining. And then I found a second spawner, a zombie spawner, right next to each other, which should be pretty rare, so I was pretty excited about that. Then I found my first vein of diamonds. Now we were on our way to making diamond armor. Then I found another vein of diamonds. And then I did a little bit more mining, didn't find many cool ores, so I dug myself up and found the exit. And then it took me a little bit to get back home. At this point, I started putting stuff up and started smelting stuff in my furnaces. And then I made a small sugarcane farm. And then I started gathering materials for a little project that I was going to need for later on in the series. The reason I needed all these materials was because I was going to make a floating island for my enchanting setup when enchantment tables and stuff like that came out in the next few updates. So I decided to get a head start on that and start making the floating island. And then I started making this little path out of dirt right here, but I don't know why I did that, because I ended up breaking it later on and filling it in with an actual bridge. So I don't know why I filled in this area and wasted dirt on it. After all of the iron smelted from the mining trip, I decided to make tools and armor. Once all of my tools were made, I decided to go mine some more dirt so I could finish the little floating island. After I gathered more dirt, I decided to use some bone meal to grow some wheat because I needed food badly. And then I went to the desert to look for some sugarcane because my sugarcane farm wasn't very big at this point. Once I got home, I started making a bigger sugarcane farm. And then I spent this whole time trying to make a book, but I'm in a version now you can't make books, and so I ended up not being able to make one.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
After that failed attempt, I made a fence gate and some fences so I can make a little fenced-in area for cows later on. And at this point, I decided to build a little wall out of cobblestone around my farm because I was planning on making my farming area a lot bigger. And after that, I decided to go down and get some grass so I can find some seeds. And then I got distracted and lured this cow into its new pen. And then, like I said, I decided to destroy this area and build a bridge, because the bridge looked better than just this little path. And then I started finishing up the island because I needed to make the tip of it. So that's what I did. Then I had to walk all the way back up to get to the island again. After the island, I figured I wanted to go mining, so I decided to go mining. Until this happened.
Bruh.
Yeah, that was a little unfortunate, but I did get my stuff and I decided to go mining for real this time. Until I found that skeleton spawn I found earlier, and after thinking about it, I decided, I want to build a skeleton spawner and get some XP from it and bones. And so that's what I did. I worked on this for a long time, but I did eventually get it done. The skeleton spawner does lead to the other spawn I found, the zombie one, but later on I might combine them so I can get both the zombies and skeletons. It did kind of work, but it was not efficient at all. I mean, it gives you bones, but it just takes forever for them to spawn. And then I actually started mining. And after forever, I did eventually get out of the cave. Once I got home, I decided to harvest some of my sugarcane and some of my awesome wheat. And then I started filling in this big area of land because I had a really cool build idea, but I will not be starting that build until next episode. And that is the end of episode 2 of Project Phase. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys next episode, hopefully. So I will see you guys there. Adios.